Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm back with another message you to hear right now. Let's hop right into it and find out what message your angels have for you today. From the jump, I am hearing that your name is a hot topic amongst a lot of people right now. I feel like for some of you, you may find this surprising, but I always tell you this, you guys are my light workers and my healers. Even when you're minding your own business, people are going to be fascinated by you. Your energy is very different than a lot of people's, and I just feel like you often stand out even when you're not trying to. There's definitely people out there who observe you because they want to figure out how you do what you do. And I do feel like for a lot of you, there really is no science to it. You're just being yourself. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. I also feel like there's a lot of people out there who are inspired by you. Some of the chatter is positive, so don't worry about that. I do feel like there are people that you have cut yourself off from that are also thinking about you and talking about you. But I do feel like lately, even if you're putting yourself out there more or hermit, it doesn't matter. People find you to be a mystery. And I also feel like people are trying to figure out what you're up to. There is a lot of gossip going on, but a lot of speculation. I feel like there's really no merit I'm hearing on some of the things people are saying. Like for some of you, you could have gone hermit and people could assume that maybe you're in a new relationship, but in reality, you've been working on yourself. Or for some of you, people can assume maybe that you're alone, but you're actually with somebody. Like I do feel like a lot of guys out there, you don't really like to put all your information out there in the public. I feel like, again, even if you are a public person or a public figure, you always keep people guessing. And I do feel like some of this could be on purpose because a lot of you guys are aware of like the evil eye or people talking about you. But I feel like for a lot of you guys out there, again, there really is no strategy. You're just being you. And sometimes if you feel called to not reveal certain things, you're just not going to. I also feel like, again, you guys are my people who don't really need validation. So you're not always posting about everything you're doing or what you're up to. I also feel like for some of you, you could just be, again, minding your own business, I'm hearing, but your name is a hot topic amongst a lot of people because I do feel like there is something about your energy right now that is different than how it was in the past. So again, you could be going through a transformation and people are feeling it and sensing it. I know I've been talking about this a lot, but my light workers, my healers, you guys are constantly transforming and evolving. That's the reason why you guys are here. You're here to show people it's okay to change. It's okay to walk away from things. It's okay to be different than how you were before. It's okay to make huge changes in your life. It's okay to walk away from certain relationships, so on and so forth, right? I'm definitely hearing that people find you fascinating because they often think that these transformations that you go through are some sort of strategy, I'm hearing, when in reality it's divine timing or some kind of push that the universe or God is making you do. Like I feel like a lot of you out there are not even really conscious of some of the things that people see you doing, which is really interesting. Yeah, I do feel like people, again, are speculating on you. Like, how do you do it? How do you transform? How do you look so different? And I really feel for some of you out there, you're not even really seeing what these people are seeing. But I'm going to dive into it a little bit more today. I actually have my interconnections deck. And for those that are interested, these decks are on discount, my mystery boxes. I'll leave the link below because I don't know if I'm going to be printing these after I'm all out of them. But again, let's see what's going on here. They think you're beautiful. Okay, so that's sweet. Like I said, some of this is really positive. Like I feel like, again, because you're popping, you're gonna have a lot of people who really look up to you, really wanna be around you, think really highly of you. But at the same time, there's always gonna be a little bit of evil eye and jealousy. But yeah, people think you're beautiful. I feel like lately you guys have been shining and glowing in a different way. And I'm hearing like, what is your secret? That's what I'm hearing. And again, some people may not tell you guys what they're thinking about you because what I'm also hearing is that a lot of you have been unreachable. Maybe some of you guys have been changing your number, turning off your phone, disconnecting, or there's something in your energy right now that's some kind of divine protection that's actually pushing people away and out of your life. And this could be temporary too. Like I do feel for some of you, you could be called to like just separate yourself from a lot of different people, but it doesn't mean like those friendships or relationships are over. It could just mean that right now you're just focusing on yourself. Yeah, let's see what else we have going on here. Gossip is affecting the connection. They are thinking about you. Another thing I want to say is that you may also feel when people are gossiping about you, and that can make you really uncomfortable. I'm definitely picking up on an energy of like maybe a friendship or someone around you that isn't very confrontational. So they can often talk about you to others, trying to figure you out instead of actually just communicating with you. And for some of you, it is a relationship with somebody who could be spiritual or even into reading cards. So they're constantly trying to read your energy and it's like pulling on your energy and it can make, again, like you guys a lot, like very uncomfortable. I also feel like for some of you, pay attention to your dreams can also point to like who's thinking about you, who's talking about you. And it could be people you don't expect at all that, again, find you very fascinating, like people from your past or people that you've met in passing or people you've grown up around. I also hear that people you grew up around do talk about you guys, even if you're not connected to them or you're disconnected them or you moved away from them, because there is something about you that has always been very different. And I do feel like a lot of you, if not all of you, are doing something very unique with your life that people, again, find very fascinating. I'm also hearing that people miss having you around because you are the type of person that brings like new information or new insight into people's lives. Like, there is a group of people that feel like ever since you left the situation with them, the job, the environment, that every day has been kind of like mundane and the same. Like, you basically bring color into like a black and white world, like for lack of like better terms. Like, that's what I'm kind of seeing, like kind of like that's the way you guys stand out. And you also have had people in the past make you feel bad about how different you were. But I do feel like, again, once you walk away or once you're gone from a certain situation, people really do miss you. But yeah, the talk is that you guys look really beautiful. So that's actually really great news. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. I feel like it's a divinely orchestrated glow up. You guys could be seeing angel number 555. Let's see. They will reach out soon. So one of the energies of somebody that's talking about you is somebody that wants to reach out to you. It's definitely a person who you haven't communicated with in a while. And I feel like they are talking about you to others because they just don't know what to make of this new version of you. So this is somebody that in the past, like maybe it did take them a lot of courage to reach out to you, but there is, again, something about the way you guys communicated with this person last that made them realize that you are very different than how you used to be. Another thing I want to say is that because you guys have been doing so much growth, your energy is way different than some of these people that you have dealt with in the past. Like, even in the past, maybe these energies dragged you down, but now that you've done this huge shift, it really does feel like your energy is almost unreachable or super uncomfortable to some of these people. Even though they find you so fascinating and they want to talk to you, there's almost like a push-pull type of energy. And again, some of you can be really feeling this and it's really uncomfortable. And there's definitely an individual here who you guys know wants to reach out to you, but they don't. And let's see another reason why they want to argue. Let's see why that is. They are arrogant. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a situation here as well where there's an individual who like, they feel like you one-up them just by walking away from them or just by not engaging in their horrible behavior. Yeah, this is a person who like basically wanted to piss you off or get you irritated, but it didn't work. And I feel like maybe in the past, like you guys took the bait a little bit, or at least they felt like they had some sort of control over the situation, but the way they left off the situation with you or the way you guys left it off, like whether they ghosted you, you ghosted them, there was something about them trying to make it into an argument because, yeah, I feel like they missed having your energy or they missed like being able to get a certain reaction from you. And again, the person could be very toxic, honestly, because it's like, why are they talking about you to others? Let's see what else we have going on here, because there's a lot of people here, and that's why like I was already trying to bring out the cards. I was like, okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, the moon. Interesting. You know what song I was hearing? Like, I watched the moon, like, can't stop thinking of you. So this could be somebody you guys had like a romantic connection with, but again, they weren't very good with their emotions. Something about the moon could be significant to them or you, or around the full moon, they get very emotional, or this is somebody who does have some water in their chart, or again, just a very intuitive nature. So I think this is why this person knows that they can't get to you anymore the way they did in the past, is because they feel intuitively that something has changed about you. And the thing about this person is that ever since they realize that you're changing and you're walking away from them, they've been also very disconnected from the people around them too. Now, I do want to say this is somebody that I do feel like you had some sort of romance with. Yeah, I do feel that, or at least a very close relationship in one way or another, where this person was very impacted by you. And the thing about this relationship is that this person definitely has people around them that are basically aware of how this person feels about you. Yeah, and I do feel like it's only a matter of time before this person actually reaches out, whoever this is. But what do they have to do with this group of people? Okay, so yeah, interesting enough, your growth has actually triggered another connection in your life. And this person's in a very weird space right now because they feel like they're in between worlds, like the old version of themselves and the new version of themselves, that basically there's like this new world that they can enter like energetically if they break some bad habits, but then there's like these people around them that are part of the old version of themselves that keep pulling them backwards, is what I'm hearing. Another song that I was hearing was, it's a song that goes like, I'm tired of talking, something about you just feels different, like I don't want to hear about your crazy night out or something. I don't know. Yeah, look it up, because there's something about the song like like, oh, it's about like somebody like getting ready for a breakup because they feel like their partner is just like disconnected from them and they're tired of talking or trying to rationalize with the person. So maybe this person has somebody around them who's trying to figure them out or try to get in their head, but there's just something different about this person where they're just not the same way they used to be in the past towards the people around them. And I feel like if this person had history with you and people were aware about this, it's almost like they're bothering this person, asking them like, oh, it's you know, the collective person watching, right? You're talking to them again, aren't you? Like, that's why you're acting weird. Oh, like, what are you hiding? And I feel for some of you, maybe it is somebody that is in another relationship and their partner is like trying to figure out like what's up with them. And I feel like if this person did enter a new connection, that's of course probably why they shouldn't reach out either. But I'm just hearing something very specific where someone is like, you know, basically your name is coming up like, oh, are you talking to this person again? Or did they reach out to you? Why are you, maybe this person is slipping up and mentioning you to other people and people are getting suspicious. But the thing about this individual is they want to be single. So that's why I'm feeling like, or they want to be independent away from these people who keep bringing your name up, basically. So, okay, now I'm kind of understanding like the point of the message, because I was hearing your name is a hot topic amongst these group of people, and it's a group of people that want somebody else to stop thinking about you, stop focusing on you, but it's not working because I do think there's a spiritual connection here, and I do feel like this person is kind of like daydreaming about becoming more independent so that they can come towards you. And I do feel like that's another reason why this person hasn't really reached out, because they feel like reaching out is not going to get the outcome they want with you. They have to make a big change in their life to show you that they're a different person than they were before. So something about your interaction with this person in the past, they wanted to argue with you or tell you that you were wrong about them, or you could have called them out, or something could have been very obvious that this person was stuck in a bad situation or didn't make the changes they needed to, and you just decided to energetically cut this person off. Like in the past, you could have cut this person off as well, but I feel like there was an energetic cutoff that maybe you prayed for or you did, or there was some kind of like epiphany moment you had with this person that made you just completely disconnect from them, and they felt it. That's what I'm hearing. They felt it because like they can't feel your energy anymore. And this can also be like your elevation. This could be your spiritual protection that you've been upping, or just, you know, part of your journey here. But yeah, now there's somebody who's just like really focused on getting their life together so that they can come back towards you. But part of it is to argue with you because they want to prove to you that like you're wrong about them, that they have changed, that they could do it on their own. So maybe this person did go back to people that weren't good for them or got them stuck in a bad situation, and basically was convincing themselves that they were moving in the right direction. But if that were the case, they would feel good and empowered. They wouldn't feel like even more far away from you than they ever felt in the past. Like, and this person also feels more fearful of you than they ever had in the past. And it seems like you're in the most healthier position that you've been in since you've known this person, however long it's been. So you guys could be an on-off thing. This could be a relationship that you met like last year or 10 years, doesn't matter. Like, I feel like some kind of spiritual connection here, but a complicated one. So let's see what else we have going on here. The Empress. Oh, wow. The Emperor and the Empress and the Knight of Cups. Wow, so you guys definitely have some kind of love offer coming in. Let me see if it's this person or somebody else. Interesting. Okay. Soulmate. Some of you guys, like, if you are in a relationship, that could be why this person is feeling it. They feel some kind of shift within you that's very different. I do feel like regardless if you did enter a new relationship, like I said, like this person could be in a relationship or around a lot of people or in their own connections. That could be friendship, it doesn't matter, right? You can have a lot of people around you, but still be very connected to somebody else versus like actually doing the work. So even if you are with somebody new, the reason why you're so disconnected from this person is because you're working on yourself and away from that energy that no longer served you. Like obviously, like this person had to let you down or did something to you that made you want to disconnect. I feel there has been a conscious effort on your part to elevate and disconnect from this energy, and they have figured it out. But of course, in their kind of warped mind, like I feel that it's almost like they like are thinking, oh, you must be with someone else, or you must have like moved on from them, and you probably did, but it's more like you're just doing the work. Like you could still have love for this person, but you're like, you know, I'm not really feeling their energy as much anymore, which is a good thing. You can feel it in surges though, because I do feel like this person is trying to like reattach their energy to you. But the interesting thing about it is that your energy is still so alive around them, around the people around them. Like, even when this person tries to like let go or move on, it seems to be that like people around them bring you up, or even randomly like some kind of memory about you pops in their head. Like, I also feel like you guys have really entered a new level of stability within yourself, within your energy. And this is more than just like finances and home life. This is actually like within yourself. Like, you're more rooted, you're more grounded, you're more independent, and you low-key are inspiring this person to do the same. But let me see more about the arguing. They want to be closer to you. They are controlling. Okay, so I feel like, yes, this person may want to like convince you that they've grown. I also feel like maybe you got into an argument with this person, but I don't really think they really want to argue. Some of this arguing energy is also the people around them. It seems like every time this person like tries to move on from certain people, it's like they start an argument and like bring up your name. Like, say somebody wants to like break up with somebody else, it's like, oh, because you're talking to so and so, right? That's what it is. Or say like this person wants to like, maybe it's like a friendship. Like, say they isolated themselves away from a certain friendship because no longer serving them. Everyone assumes that like this person is with you. And I'm not really sure why that is, but maybe it's because your presence in this person's life actually caused them to have rifts in certain relationships. Or like I said, like if this is somebody who, you know, went into a new connection, like they have talked about you a lot and brought you up. Like, it's pretty obvious, like you still are someone very important to them. So yeah, your name is a hot topic amongst somebody's people who like somebody broke up with or ended things with, or some kind of fling. Like, the people around them like are almost obsessed with you. Oh my gosh, I pulled this the same time that like, oh my god, that's so crazy. Like, I said this the same time I pulled this, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they're obsessed with you. Like this person's obsessed with you, and it makes everyone else around them obsessed with you in a way, because they're like such a powerful manifester. So every time they're around other people, they're constantly thinking about you, and that brings your energy in these rooms, which causes these people to also obsess over you. And again, this person could just not be so honest with people around them, you know, and be saying one thing but thinking and feeling another. They are being fake. See? They feel a connection to you, and it came out in reverse. So it's like someone's definitely fighting their connection with you, but again, like they haven't learned their part of the karma. So it's like it's gonna keep haunting them until they face, you know, what they've done in this connection, or what we're trying to teach them and show them in this connection. Because there's just something about this individual that was meant to come into your life, and you were meant to kind of help them see certain things, and instead of like understanding that, they could have went back to the things that weren't good for them. And again, that's just going to happen. Not everybody is going to learn and grow as quickly as you guys are. Not everyone is so hell-bent on self-development. And again, you know, it just seems to be like an individual here who, yeah, they could be dreaming about you a lot too. Oh my gosh, there's fours. You guys have been seeing 444 as well. Like, if things are very quiet right now, and you're wondering why you haven't heard anything, it's to protect you, because basically like this person's obsession with you has actually caused some people to have a hostile energy towards you, is what I'm hearing. Like, those are the people that want to argue with you. It's like they almost blame you for this person wanting to move on with their life and just be in a better place, you know, than where they were at. Interesting. Yeah. So why do these people blame you? It just feels like ever since you entered this person's life, like they just start acting differently, or ever since you left this person's life, it seems to be like like half of them is not even here anymore. But like, I do feel like, you know, this person could have even said things about you that made other people not like you. Obviously, if the connection didn't go well or something like that. But over time, it's like, I do feel like this person hasn't reached out or talked to you. So it's kind of annoying them that people are on them about you. Like, people are on their ass about you. Really weird. Okay. They are superficial. They have personal issues. They are competitive. Yeah, there's an energy here of somebody who feels like they're still in competition with you for this person's attention, even though you're not even present, even though you're trying to move on, even though you haven't done anything to try to get this person's attention. And yeah, you're right about it if you feel like this person still thinks about you, even though they haven't said anything. But I do feel like they're being watched like a hawk by like certain people right now. And it's like almost like they're almost embarrassed, like, of these people around them and how they're acting. And I do feel that this person feels if they do reach out to you, maybe someone around them is going to ruin their relationship with you. Very strange. and I'm not saying this person's innocent or anything like that. Like, it does feel like they got themselves into this mess. But again, like, your energy is so present here. And the thing is, because this person is having a push-pull energy between, like, elevating out of people and situations that aren't for them. And it's because they're still attached to you. They won't let go. Like, they can let go of this energy and just stay, you know, in this state that they're in. But they still won't. They still refuse to do that. And the people around them sense that too. Like I said, someone around this individual could read cards or go to a card reader or something. I don't know. Like, people could be weird here. Again, I'm getting like weird third parties, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It can also be like friends or family around a certain person. And that's the thing. I'm getting that one channeled message. Like, everyone acts up when you're around. Like, I'm hearing that. It's like your energy makes people act up, basically, because it's like it elevates people. But also, people are very threatened by you when you come around, even when you're minding your own business. Like I said, your energy is very different than a lot of people, and it's super high vibrational. We got Gem and New Love. Yeah. Let's see. Strength. Okay. They are jealous of you. Yeah, someone could have a new love in their life that is, like, jealous of you guys. They want to get to know you better. Yeah, so I do feel like somebody, you know, this could be a different situation too. Like, this could be somebody involved with friends and family who are concerned what this person is doing, or this could be like somebody in a new relationship. But I do feel like there is a situation too where somebody is in a new relationship and this person's bringing you up because they want to understand why this person's so obsessed with you. So they could be stalking you and watching you. Like, they want to know you better to understand what this person is basically experiencing or loving about you or missing about you. So we got a lot of energy here coming through. We got peace, and yeah, we got another like moon here coming in. Something about the nighttime, you guys could feel a lot more energy, or somebody like is up at night thinking about you a lot. Peace and prosperity. Yeah, it just seems like when these people do search you up, it's like you just seem to be focused on yourself and your own peace. Like, there is 0 to none evidence that you guys are even like aware of this or even care. So I even feel like this is the conversations like this person is having with these people. Like, oh, like, you know, are you talking to so-and-so? And like, they're like, no, like, they don't even care about me anymore. They moved on. Like, that's really what this person is thinking and feeling about you guys. And it annoys them or even bothers them that people are bringing you up, because it kind of triggers them into realizing that, like, it's not going to be easy for them to get over this, because everyone's still, no matter what, focused on. Okay, the thing I'm hearing is that, like, basically some of these energies were like kind of like energies that pulled this person away from you. And what am I trying to say here? Like, yeah, this person may have even listened to these energies because they just wanted the conflict to stop. Basically, like, they could have just gave in and just stopped talking to you, or just stopped trying to move on, or did whatever they thought was best, because these people around them influenced them to think that way. So they did what these people said. They're like, no, I did it. I haven't talked to them. But yet they're still getting harassed about you. That's the tea. Like, even though they did what these people wanted, they're still getting harassed as if they are still talking to you. And on top of it, they're still miserable, if not more miserable than when they had you in their life. And they're beginning to really realize that you were not the problem. And I know that you guys are like, well, obviously, but here's the thing. Like, if there's a lot of people going hard in somebody's life, like trying to influence them a certain way, and they do not have a strong sense of self, unfortunately, you know, if you get into a little argument or a little situation with this person, it's easily, these energies can easily like feed into that. And I do feel like that was a situation that happened here where somebody is realizing that, you know, all this time, all this realization, you're just moving on. You're not what these people said you were. And now that they've done what these people wanted them to do, which is stop talking to you, which is move on with their life, which is go this way, it's not even making them stop, like, be angry at them for having feelings for you or missing you. Like, it's almost like they're out there, like, maybe they're just staring into the distance and they got someone around them, like, oh, you're thinking about so-and-so, aren't you, right? Oh, yeah, you still miss them, huh? Like, and they're like, no, like, I'm literally thinking about, you know, my finances or whatever. Or they could be thinking about you, whatever. But you guys get what I'm saying? Like, your name is such a hot topic around somebody who has tried to let you go, and you have let go. So, it's almost making them want to come back towards you, because they're like, I did everything to try to make these people happy, and they're still not happy with the fact that I'm here with them and not with the person that I really want to be with. Interesting. 9 of Wands. Yes, George. Joy says hello, guys. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is that also the worst part about it is that you guys definitely have built your walls up away from this person, and they know it. Like, there's been some sort of evidence or proof by the way you reacted when you last saw them, or when, you know, something happened here. They could have heard something or saw something that really made them feel like, you know, you really don't care about them anymore. So now they feel like they're in this personal hell where everyone around them is still obsessed with you and thinks that they're talking to you, thinks that they're still not over you. And now they have no access to you too. Like, this person feels like they're in hell, basically. The choices that they made put them in there. Though I have to say, this could be karma for how they treated you, or how they didn't support you, or how they refused to kind of see the truth in a certain situation. Or, you know, they could have let their ego win, or, you know, they could have really lost you over some pettiness. And like I said, even if, like, yeah, somebody's thinking about the life they could have had with you. And I don't know why this epiphany is just happening right now, because you guys could be far away from it, but I think that was meant to happen, because I don't think that this person is really truly meant. You guys can forgive them in your heart and soul, but I think you're not really meant to really look at them the same after this. Like, it's supposed to be like an ego death for them, that they needed to learn that, you know, you can't just throw away something that you care about to make other people happy. Like, that's never going to make you happy. And on top of that, those people will not stop there. Like, if that's the type of people they are, they're going to get into they're basically going to cause other problems in this person's life. And they often think about the life that they could have had if they stayed and they fought with you instead of against you, because there seems to be some kind of switch that happened where they switched to the dark side here. Well, the other side of their growth, you know, I'm gonna say that. But in your perspective, like, you're like, all the evidence was in front of you. Like, why did you do that, basically? And this could be any type of situation, but someone decided not to stay and fight with you, and almost even fight against you, or at least not have your back in something, or stand next to people that weren't rooting for you, or not rooting for you guys together. And they're mourning the loss of the person that they could have been, the person that you saw in them. And yeah, there's definitely somebody here who they're emotionally, like, shut off right now from, like, the world. They want to hang out. They think you can pull everyone. Yeah, there's also somebody here who thinks that you probably do have somebody new by now, or some of you guys do, and that's why this energy again is getting extra triggered. I think the truth is that you never really stopped loving or caring about this person. You just stopped energetically feeding into them, because you realized that it was a lost cause. They were not going to change. They were still going to do the same things. You can literally, like, yell at them or talk to them until, like, your face turns purple, like, and they're not going to hear you if they're stuck in some kind of energetic pattern, basically. And I do feel like right now this person is thinking to themselves, I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to get my coin. I'm going to get away from these people that are annoying me. And I'm going to think about what I'm going to do here, because there's something about their connection with you. They cannot sit right with themselves about what happened here. And it's interesting because some of you guys, like, you do feel like this person kind of drifted apart, or they just stopped talking to you, but it's a lot deeper than that. And I feel like this person knows that what they've done is kind of irreversible. But at the same time, they can't stay in the space that they're in anymore. This person can't live with themselves, like, basically realizing how you view them now. They don't want to, they hate that reality, the reality that they chose. This timeline that they chose is a reality where you hate them. That's how they feel, or you don't like the person that they are, or you don't see them as someone that you can confide in or trust. Like, they wanted you to see them as somebody, like, that. Yeah, I'm getting one song, like, I was getting used to being someone you love, so you pulled the rug. Like, they can feel like you pulled the rug from them, but looking back at it, like, there could have been some instability in your connection, but they basically allowed other energies to pull the rug from them too, right? Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Like, say, like, there was a situation where you and them could have resolved your situation, or ended a different way, or even made peace, or been more mature or elevated, but it was almost like they had other energies influence them into a behavior that caused their relationship with you to be unreconcilable, is what I'm hearing. Interesting enough. Or even if you guys have talked to this person and said, it's all right, I forgive you, it's fine. It's like you said it with such like, like that one song where she says like, stop looking at me with those eyes, like I could disappear. Like it's almost like it's like you got like a disconnect, like, and they can see it, they can feel it. And again, it can be energetic, especially if you haven't seen them in person, but it's like something about you don't look at them the same way anymore. Interesting. Yeah, I am getting a energy of you guys just being extremely fed up with a lot of people. Like, again, your transformation could have something to do with this person, but I think it has more to do with your life right now and you just wanting to get away from the BS and a lot of people and just things that are no longer serving you. Like, I think that a lot of things are hitting this person now because they went back to familiarity and just the same patterns versus you guys have been trying to work through a lot of these karmas and energies. Like, I'm sure this is not the only person that has been giving you guys a hard time or situations that you have gotten yourself into, but you always overcome it. New love. I think a lot of you guys are in a new relationship or you're going to have a new love soon. And that's something that, yeah, it's your destiny. And I do think that a lot of you are trying your hardest not to let your past ruin your present or your future. And I do feel also like a lot of people know you to be somebody who's not afraid to go at it alone, not afraid to cut people off, not afraid to just disappear, basically. Like people, like maybe not even these people, but there has been people that are talking about you saying, what happened to them? They just disappeared. And I feel like part of the reason is that, like, spiritually speaking, like you entered a new reality, a new vibration where like they really don't have access to you. Like you're not really part of their world anymore, but it doesn't mean, again, they're not still thinking about you and fascinated by you. Interesting. Yeah, people could be talking about you guys saying that you're just cold and not interested in talking. Like, yeah, you guys be the one that's tired of talking. Like, there's nothing to say. Like, you're talked out. Like, you tried your best to help certain people, and you're just over it. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like, you don't... People are saying you don't care like you used to about things. But I feel like it's just more like you're not showing them that side. Or some of you guys have gone a little cold because you're just focusing on yourself. The angels support this connection. Interesting. They love spending time with you. This connection needs boundaries. They love you. I feel again that it's also like, as much as certain people could have their falling outs with you, it's a well-known fact and discussion that you are somebody that people want to be around, people want to know about, people talk about. Like, and again, even in situations where people hear about you through other people's gossip, it makes them want to look you up and understand, like, what are people's obsession with you. And again, some of you guys might not even realize this or get tired about it too. Like, you know, you're just like, I don't even know why. Like, I'm just doing me. But yeah, there seems to be like this common knowledge that you're basically going to forget about people and find new and better. But I don't think this is malicious. This is like, you guys are basically like in situations where people have left you no choice but to do that. So if you went cold and want to find connections that God and your angels support and put on your path, there is nothing wrong with that. Don't let people shame you. Some guys feel guilty like that you just walked away from people. And even these people could say, oh, they got what they wanted, they left. But they know deep down that's not the reality. You just refuse to spend more time with people that are taking away from your peace of mind. You also are listening to God and your angels. Like, if God is telling you to isolate yourself and focus on yourself, that really has nothing to do with anybody else. Sometimes it really has to do with the fact that you are meant to be in this hermit state to realize something, to grow, to detox something, to, you know, hide out from, you know, from the world for a moment, for whatever, you know, the situation is, right? There's just certain things that are going on in your life and your path that have nothing to do with certain people, but yet they all think that it revolves around them. Not everybody, but it's just certain toxic energies. Like I said, even this one individual who is estranged from you, somehow every time they're going out, you know, around the corner to take a walk and have a breath of fresh air, and they got someone calling them, oh, you're with so-and-so, aren't you? And they're like, I haven't spoken to this person in years, leave me alone, you know, like, or months, or, you know, weeks, whatever the situation is, right? And it's crazy because it's almost like when they think about it, doing it, that's when people start acting up. It's strange, but I do feel like, again, a lot of people have low vibrational energies around them and stuff that kind of get ticked off when your energy is even present, even in a thought form, which is crazy to think about, but it's the truth. Like, you know, so that's why this person's like, you know what? I can't even build the confidence with myself to reach out or to discuss anything with this person because the energies around me make me feel so suffocated. So someone could be living with somebody, or they could be, in situations where a lot of people are going to disapprove when they do reach out to you, but it's like inevitable. It's inevitable for them. They don't want the situation with you to end. But what's this connection that they support? Slowness, gossip, jealous, journey. Playfulness. You are a good friend to them. Yeah, I do feel like in a particular situation where this is going on with somebody, they're beginning to kind of defend you against certain people and be like, honestly, they're not really that bad. They were a good friend to me. Like, you know, like, I don't know. It's strange because this person has never had anybody or people go so hard about anything in their life. But when it comes to you, it's like everybody cares all of a sudden where they're going or what they're doing. As a matter of fact, your energy brought them more attention in that way. And a lot of guys could experience that, where you would date somebody or you start being friends with somebody and all of a sudden the people that weren't paying attention to them or neglecting them are hitting them up or wanting to be around them, which is crazy. They are jealous. They need space. They are hiding a secret. Only hurt will come of this. Yeah, somebody is trying to take space from somebody else in their life that they feel, or people around them that they feel is preventing them from being their strongest, best self. And somehow this has something to do with them realizing that this could have caused or triggered the ending or the misunderstandings between you and them. Yeah, somebody could have, it could be somebody older than you, or someone has someone older than them around them that's trying to influence them. Family issues affecting the connection. Yeah, someone could be trying to get away from their family right now. Also, someone could be realizing they're making the same mistakes as like maybe their father did or something like that. I'm also seeing that too. Like the family issues could not actually be the family. It could be the patterns and the habits or the things that they got instilled in them from childhood. Like, you know, I also feel like that can also be the case where if this person is not so much always influenced by others, but more of like what others would think or what society says or what is expected of them, or a pattern that they've seen growing up that they actually realize that they're recreating. But again, there's a lot of energies here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys about it. That's why I feel like, you know, I had to whip out the cards. I just feel that, yeah, it's just crazy, like how many people are thinking about you guys right now and talking about you. So let's see what we have here. You're incompatible. You give good advice. Yeah, there's an individual here that I feel like you guys went separate ways with too. Because there could have been like an incompatibility. This person is talking about you to someone around them, like basically maybe asking them advice about how they can get closer to you, or yeah, interesting. Like I feel like there's somebody here who feels like they can't talk to anybody about them because the moment they think about even mentioning you or reaching out to you, like people lose their crap. But there's also somebody here does have someone around them that is trying to give them advice about the connection, like what happened between you and so-and-so, like, you know, that's such a good friend of yours, like you guys used to hang all the time, like, oh, what happened to your girlfriend, like, oh, you know, whatever. Like there could be somebody trying to convince this person not to make mistakes that they made or something like that. Or yeah, I feel like somebody does have somebody who's looking out for them, trying to help them basically get their relationship with you back on track. But I do feel, again, that your name is coming up in this way where I do feel like it's positive, but this person could be not very, like, this could be an individual who's not receptive to advice from other people. So yeah, there are situations where people are influencing somebody badly, but there could be situations where people are being influenced positively to talk to you, just communicate with you, and they're refusing to do that. So you guys could be also dealing with a stubborn person here too as well. All right, who else is talking here? Okay. Okay, yeah, there's also an individual here who definitely tried something malicious against you. And we also have, I think you're magical here, and they're looking at your social media. Whatever it is, it's like it didn't work. Look at the Magician in reverse. I do feel like somebody did try something against you, whether it was like physically or actually plotted against you when you saw it, or it was like some kind of energetic thing, but it backfired on them bad. And I also feel like if this individual is responsible for dragging somebody away from you, at first it could have benefited them, but it's going to backfire in them worse, because what's happening is somebody is becoming very resentful to somebody they feel like basically influenced them away from you, because as time passes, they're getting more clarity. I do feel like basically something is backfiring here on a certain individual who was out to get you, and they could be also talking about that to other people, saying like, oh, like, let's see, too much drama. You're incompatible. They have a problem with using people. They want to impress you. They have a hard time listening. Yeah, again, I'm feeling like if it's a situation where somebody tried to pull someone else away from you, basically they use that person's like faults to their advantage, because they could know this person very well, especially if it was a friend or family member or someone they're interested in romantically. They know this person's fault, and they basically caused drama and then tried to talk about you, saying that you were drama because you were defending yourself. Yeah. They also could have tried to say that you were using this person when in reality that person wanted to use them against you or something like that. Very strange energy. But again, regardless of, I feel like a lot of times too, when people are in situations where other people try to speak badly on you or influence you negatively, it always shows that these people are the obsessive ones, because they're the ones who are also still watching you and talking about you when you're just trying to move on with your life. Like, there is zero to none evidence that you even care or are even like noticing these things. Again, some of you guys could just feel very energetically overwhelmed, and I do feel like your work on yourself is just breaking off these energies one by one. So again, some of you guys could be feeling a little tired, but you're going to be feeling a lot better. And some of you guys are going to get the inspiration to go towards new things, like especially if you felt like you've been evil-eyed a lot or you're lacking confidence in yourself. A lot of it, again, is just other people's stuff that they projected onto you, and it's all going to backfire, basically. And I do feel like there could be somebody here who's like, oh, I tried everything to get this person to not pay attention to this individual anymore, but it didn't work, basically. Like, yeah, it's just that there's somebody here who's definitely doing spiritual growth, and they're realizing a lot of things about the people around them and the connection that you guys had. Yeah, and I do feel like, you know what other song I'm hearing? After all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. I'm into you. Yeah. I think this is just what's going on here. Like, somebody really thought, if they just ignored the way they felt about you, listened to other people, chose a different direction, that would be what was best, just because they were influenced to think that way, or their situation with you got a little difficult because maybe it was challenging them to grow, or other people were giving them a lot of problems and drama, and so they just chose something that they thought was best at the time. But it proved itself to be very detrimental to this person, because no matter what they do, it's like people are obsessed with the fact that this person had some sort of situation with you. Like I said, a lot of guys are popping like that. And, even when your situations are said and done with certain individuals, you leave people changed and different. And sometimes your energy could put people in a dark space because it awakens them and gives them realizations to what's going on around them. And I feel like that's exactly just basically what happened here. Like, your energy caused a lot of fuss between somebody and a lot of people around them. And I don't know, there's a lot of situations coming through that I mentioned, but there's one coming in very strong where this person is literally so sick of everyone around them, because they're like, why is it that every single one of these people are giving me a hard time about this person, like, who I don't even talk to anymore? Like, they got what they wanted. Why are they still so unhappy? It's almost like they have made it their mission to make sure this person stays away from you. And this person is not really sure why. I do feel like it's a spiritual thing or spiritual warfare type of thing. Like, if this person got away from these people, they would elevate. And I think that it has less to do with you than and more to do with this person's spiritual development. Like your energy is supposed to help pull this person out of bad karma or people having influence over them, or a certain situation that wasn't good for them. Even if it meant like you and this person maybe don't talk after that fact, it doesn't mean that you weren't there to be that for that person. That makes sense. Like, say it's a kind of situation where it's like, just okay, like this person had you in their life, and if your situation ended, it shouldn't have been like you or this past situation and people or mentality or pattern. It was supposed to be like maybe you and this person didn't last, but now they have this new knowledge and they're gonna go this new way, which which is basically like C, the elevation, and realizing it's not A or B. It shouldn't be between, like situation should not be between your family and someone you want to be with. Like people should not have control over your life like that, or influence over you like that. Like whether they had a break of karma within themselves and not care what people think, or there's too many people around them that feel like they have some sort of possession or control over this person, and they will and they do until this person levels up and gets stronger. And I feel that no matter what, like this person is going to be kind of obsessed with you because you embody those traits and qualities of what they need to be, basically. And that's what I'm seeing there, and it's just, your name is coming up here because you are this person is obsessed with you still, basically, because, and they're not really sure why, but it's a spiritual thing. It's a soulmate, maybe past life connection. You're supposed to help this person break this karma that they're dealing with. Like I said, something, maybe parents issues, childhood. I also feel like there is some sort of rumor going around that you are with somebody new, so that could be true, could not be true, doesn't matter. But again, I do feel like this person, whoever they are, they had people around them basically tell them rumors about you, and they found out they weren't true after the fact. There was something specific that was told to them that they got like some kind of verification that it wasn't actually the truth, and it kind of opened up this can of worms. This person gossip affecting the connection, that a lot of things weren't true that was projected onto them or spoken to them or told to them. So again, it could be a situation where you guys had people that knew this person too, or you were friends with in a friend group or something like that, or a work environment. So that's the message I have for you guys. Like, your name is a hot topic amongst a group of people who don't like you because you empowered somebody to make better choices for themselves. And unfortunately, I think this happens a lot, and that's why there are a lot of people out there who think about you guys in a way where they see you as competition. But like I said before, it shouldn't be you against them. It's actually about, what does this person want, and let them go do whatever makes them happy. And you encourage people to do that, whether it is to be with you or to just go off and choose for themselves. And again, like maybe this person needed a chapter in their life where they chose themselves, and maybe you and two were apart, but it's almost like they went backwards into a bad habit and pattern. And it's like you cannot be in this person's life when they're in that energy, because it's just way too incompatible with the person that you are and the person that you're becoming. Like you cross paths at a time where you guys connected, but there is a lot of differences between your spiritual development. There's a fake person around them. They are possessive. Like I said, they're realizing that a lot of people who presented well or basically convinced them that they were the right choice for this person, their masks are falling off. They were just being possessive, superficial, fake. Shoo. Wow, fake came up twice. That's crazy. The problem with using people. Codependent. You inspire them to change. And this person is realizing that maybe they were fake and codependent towards you too. Like, because sometimes like when people do go back into certain energies or be around certain people, they have to acknowledge the fact that there's a reason why they're comfortable around these people that talk badly about you or that try to control them. It's like that could have been an aspect of them too, or something that they're, like I said, like they have to be honest with themselves and also face the fact that they weren't always the best towards you too. So I think it was easier to go back to like certain things that they knew, because like I just don't think you guys are gonna let a lot of things slide with a lot of people. And that's another thing that people know about you and people discuss about you, that you don't let things slide. Like you are somebody that is easily, I hear people say you're easily offended, but again, this is a projection. You're not easily offended at all. It's just that you read between the lines and you're intuitive, so you know what people mean when they say it. Like, And yeah, you have a standard and boundaries for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. You got a lot of people here who don't have that, and they don't want someone else to have that. So they're going to make you look like a bad person for choosing yourself. Oh, see how they just walked away from you and never looked back? And, you know, like they'll say that to these people that you have basically chosen to go separate ways with, and it's only to protect yourself. It's not because you don't care. It's because they were making your life very difficult having them in it. Yeah, 8 of Cups and Strength. Yeah, took a lot of strength for you guys to walk away from this situation because of how stuck on your energy this person was. And I feel like kind of like how hard that was, what might be as hard it is for this person to walk away from these situations that they're stuck in, or a situation. Like I said, some of you guys, like someone did go into another relationship, and it's like, it's going to require strength for them to walk away because there's some kind of karma attached to it, I feel, and also some sort of like justice here, because I'm not going to lie, I do feel like somebody is going to basically walk away from somebody and they're going to make their life hell, but I think they're getting ready to fight that battle. But that could be a reason why they don't want to be around you, because they're embarrassed of the situation, they're embarrassed that you were right, and also like they're ashamed of themselves that they are in a worse place than where you left them off. Yeah, they spent a lot of time and energy trying to put up a facade that they were doing great or things were better, but the reality is that you see the truth, and that's another thing that people know about you and talk about you. People are very aware that you are a truth seer and a truth speaker, so there's no getting around the truth here anymore. Like, they got to be honest with themselves about where they're at, and there will be no reconciliation, no communication, nothing until this person gets their stuff together and is honest with themselves. And that could be never, and not in this lifetime, to be honest, you know. But yeah. But you're just being told that if someone's really acknowledging that they put their pride before their relationship with you, and they're watching you from afar, seeing you glow, seeing you shine, and yeah, I'm hearing you that, like, this one song where it says like, you're too good to be true, like they should be crowning you. Yeah, like I feel like you seem too good to be true to this person, and their self-esteem wasn't at where it should have been at, their strength wasn't at where it should have been at, their discernment wasn't at where it should be at. This was hard. Like, you guys are humble enough to realize, I made a mistake, I was tricked by these people, or, you know, I had a karma, I had to learn it, I'm moving on from it, right? But some people, their ego death is hard for them. They have a hard time realizing they're not as smart or not as aware of things, or it's basically painful also to realize someone you thought cared about you didn't really care. They just wanted to, you know, hold you back or hold you down. And I think that you guys have gone through these changes and awareness, but you don't have as much of an ego with it. Like, these people, it's almost like going through lessons is realizing that you're wrong about things. Like, nobody knows everything all the time, but these people have a hard time admitting that they made a wrong move in their connection with you, but also it also resulted in a wrong move in their life path. And it's more than just, oh, this was part of the journey. No, this was a move, a choice, a free will choice that somebody made that left them in a really bad place. And yeah, it could also be karma for what they did to you, or what they said about you, or how they treated you when things didn't go their way, or whatever, right? So now they're gonna have people treat them really badly as they exit this situation with them. And then these people somehow bringing your name up a lot too. And honestly, for some of you guys, like, you could be gone from this person's life and want nothing to do with them, but your energy and name will live on with the people around them. It will be 25 years from now, and they'll be like, oh, have you talked to so-and-so? They're like, what the heck? It's been 25 years. Why do you care so much? And it just is the way that it is, you know? They live in fear of this person being around you because of how much you empowered them, you changed them, you made them better when they were around you, and how much they felt like they lost access to this person, which I feel like people barely cared, maybe even, I feel like you guys have to be careful, because your energy is so high vibrational that it will make people's value go up when you're around them. And a lot of people can ride off that energy, and their ego could be boosted, but when it's all said and done, they realize that a lot of that was you, that you brought that energy into their life and you leveled them up. But like, somebody was convinced here, like, I think that the people around them, like, basically brainwashed this person into thinking like they were right, they were better than you, that you know you're talking about, you're fake, like, whatever, right? So they gassed this person up and prevented this person and enabled them from growing. But now all of a sudden that you're out of this person's life, like, they're not gassing this person up anymore. They're back to treating them however which way they treated them. Like, I'm hearing like a slave or a servant, so that's the T on that, you know? Anyways, that's what I'm seeing. Or for some of you guys, this person's egotistical and they treat other people around them like that because they're so unhappy. Because, yeah, basically that's what I'm seeing, okay? They are honest and trustworthy. They are petty. They love spending time with you. You make them laugh. You are better off without them. They want to be closer to you. They're dishonest. Yeah, I feel like there's just somebody here who's realizing that you now know you're better off without them. But they're thinking back of the memories, like how much you made them laugh. They love spending time with you. And yeah, their pettiness basically caused them to go completely detour. I think for some of you, because they were upset or petty, they chose to do something or retaliate against you in one way, maybe by making a certain choice. You know, there's a lot going on there. Some of it's energetic and you guys maybe didn't see it, but you felt it. That's kind of what I'm seeing. But yeah, now there's somebody who's like looking back and like, wow, like, you know, collective, you guys watching, well, they were always so honest and trustworthy with me and like, I want to be closer, you know, but they got to be stuck with these low vibrational haters. These are the people you chose. These are the people you were more comfortable around. And that is because of your own lack of wanting to take accountability and grow. And that's a hard pill for somebody to swallow. But slowly but surely, they're following it. They're swallowing it because they're like, I'm so tired of being around this low vibrational people. You know, it's just killing me. I'm hearing like, you taught a lesson to me that I had to learn. And I'm so sorry because I let our bridges burn or something like that. Like, yeah. Yeah, there's so many things going on here, but it's like if they chose money over you, that well is drying up. Or they can have it, but it's all negative. It's all not all that glistens is gold. Or, you know, I feel that no matter what, it's like where you're at and what you're doing is always going to look desirable to this person because of like the fact that they want to be where you're at and they have chose to go the complete opposite direction. There was, even if you guys were not meant to be together romantically or best friends, there was a timeline where this person and you could have been like close or even like respectable. Or, yeah, there was a timeline where this person and you could have been something else. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you were ever gonna. Some of you guys, yeah, it could have been a happy relationship, but I feel it was more like it could have been a divine union, but it turned to confusion. And yeah, but that's the thing. People have free will. That's why I always tell you guys, you know, soulmate connections are, you know, it's valid, you know, when you have it with somebody, but sometimes it's important to just cut it off and keep moving if somebody is choosing with their free will to make certain decisions. And that's why I focus more on what's happening in the present here versus the future, because the future hasn't happened yet. And right now, currently, this is about a past energy that is having an epiphany right now, that you're the reason why they want to make a huge change in their life. And you would find that so hard to believe because of how stubborn they were when the situation with you and them ended. But they realized by being around the wrong people that you were the right person, like the right person for them for growth, but also the right one in a certain argument where they were a certain situation where they didn't have your back or didn't take your side or didn't want to see your first perspective. So that's what I'm seeing here, and I do hope you guys like that message. Some of you guys, the argument was just more about them and how you wanted them to grow and change and get away from things that just were longer serving them. Like, you were fighting for their life while they were fighting against you. Like, you were fighting for them to have a better life, and they didn't see that at the time, which is like really sad. But, you know, I'm hearing no more tears though. You're not, like, there's no more tears left to cry for this person, because honestly, some of you guys just laugh at them now because you're like, there's nothing. That's sad to say, but it's like there's nothing else you can do. Like, it is kind of sad that they have to learn it this way because it didn't have to be this way. But now it's like they basically are living in hell because of the choices that they made, and they're stuck in it because they spent so much energy investing in not growing. So yeah, the people, your name is coming up a lot around this individual because of the fact that these people, no matter how much time has passed, are so threatened by your presence in this person's life, because you actually do represent this person being able to make generational changes or changes in their environment, and you know, even change the world if they get it together. You know, they could have a divine life purpose, but they can't get past the first karma that's on them. You know, they can't get past saying no and walking away to people and, you know, being real. And when basically God hands somebody a hand to be like, hey, you know, there's somebody who wants to help you here, and they spit on it, there's really nothing else you can do about it. That's what I'm seeing. And this is a lot of situations in your life, guys, where you have walked away from somebody, but people around them still bring you up, even when they're trying to just focus on other things. And that's just how powerful you are. I do feel like, again, a situation where someone's in a new relationship, yet someone lives in fear every day this person is going to come towards you. Crazy enough. Yeah. So, yeah, anyways, you guys have a lot of new and amazing things coming. Focus on that. I just see a lot of great things coming your way. What is the main reason why this is coming up today? The Lovers in reverse and the Hangman. It's just talking about a past relationship where somebody's in a lot of turmoil thinking about it, and you're just being made aware about it because of the fact that you know, your energy is so powerful that it's still so present and causes conflict in people's lives that you no longer are in. That's why I always tell you guys it's so important to cord cut and cleanse and just keep it moving even when you feel funky. Especially nighttime can be difficult for a lot of you guys because that's when things are quiet, people are thinking about you, you know, or again, that's where the energies could be very high. And also, I feel like for a lot of you, you go the whole day with like absorbing a lot of people's thoughts and energies and feelings and emotions. So it can all build up by the end of the day. So don't get discouraged, guys. Just keep doing you. You're doing a great job. And all this is a testament to that. Like you are walking away from a lot of things that no longer serve you. And you've chosen to get away from bad habits and people. And if other people didn't want to see that at the time, that's on them. And someone's definitely stuck in a situation here they're trying to get themselves out of, wishing that they chose the life with you, the timeline that they had you as a friend, as a lover, as a mentor, as a teacher, they could have chose so much better, but they let their ego and their pride and other people influence them. So that's the message I have for you guys. I want you guys to comment below if you made it to the end. I am powerful because you are. I am powerful and influential. I feel like even when you guys are not talking to people and walking away and shining, that's actually when you're the most influential, because then that's when people really see what you're made of and they think over all the things that you said to them, but they didn't want to hear at the time. And yeah, your energy still lives on, and people can sense that around people that you've been around. And people are always asking about you, talking about you, bringing you up, even to people that don't want to hear it anymore because there's nothing they can do about it because you want nothing to do with them. But that's their karma. So I do hope you guys like that message, and I'll see you guys all next time. And you guys can check out my Patreon as well. If you made it to the end, I am extending my Black Friday sale for my $5 tier, half off. If you guys are interested in checking that out, I'll leave the link below. All right, bye guys.